Good morning, Father Fish here. Thought it might be a good idea today to show you some of the beasties we have in our shop. We've got a pretty good collection of large fish, a lot of rescues. People bring fish to us every day that they can't take care of anymore. So without further ado, let me first show you this cabinet behind me. It contains a lot of fossils and pieces of coral. Just a quick look and then we'll get to some of our beasties. These are fossil necklaces up top. Some megalodons and other fossilized teeth. A lot of fossils here. Piles and piles of shark's teeth. The big egg in the back is an ostrich egg. The ones up top are emus. More fossils as well as some curd shells. There's a bone pile. You ever seen a bone pile? There's a bone pile. That's a real bone pile. And then more of the same. That's an oyster cluster that's, near as we can tell, those oysters were about 75 years old. Beautiful things. Just lots of stuff. It all came out of local digs. Well, very well. Let's start here. We have some scats. These are silver scats. And they're 55 up front. Where are they? There they are. Gonna get my camera on them. I'm going to do on and off here so we can move along. This is a 55 that's partially dirted. It's pretty much a stable, standalone, balanced aquarium. Here's the first of our monster tanks. This is a little pacu, a little shovel nose tiger, about a 16-inch arowana, parrotfish, a couple of peacocks. Those peacocks are, where'd they go? They're about 10 inches. And a couple of clown knives, little sun cat down the bottom. The sun cat one under the shell, and some plecos. That, I believe, is a rhino pleco under there. And we also sell babies of giants. I don't know if you can see these back there. There's some freshwater tarpon hiding in the back. Here's a shot of the 55-gallon tank that was set up 2 weeks ago today. All of the plants have doubled in size. Tank seems to be doing really well. The lights have been on consistently. I fed probably 3 times. The fish all seem healthy and happy. They're picking away in there. But as you can see, it's growing out pretty nicely. This is a monster tank of larger Central and South America, Central and African cichlids, almost exclusively cichlids. There are some plecos in here, some larger rhinos. There's a nice flower horn. Where'd he go? There he is. We're not getting a lot of breeding activity in here. It's just too busy a tank. Although they're trying. He's trying real hard. These are not monsters by any stretch, but it's a nice collection of rainbows, a few cichlids. Those are Uaru, some black angels, and I think on the bottom are some jumbo Brocas cories. There's one right back there. There are about a dozen big ones in here. They're hiding, I don't see them. Some pretty rainbows. Millennium, they're all millenniums. And also some glass catfish. This is our black water tank. Has about 300 fish in it.
That's coming up in the next hour of Sunday Growth here on Classic WUSF 89.1. Sarasota, WUSF 89 from Sunday HD2. We are broadcasting from the University of South Florida.
It stirs up easily, so sometimes hard to see things. Most of the plants are African bulbs. And right next to it is our 500-gallon monster tank. Here's a 2-foot tiger shovel nose. That's a Mayan cichlid swimming around in front of him. Little channel cat, a white channel cat. These are clown knives that came out of a local lake. They're 32 inches and growing. We're hoping they're going to spawn. We've got a few more in a bigger vat. There's the red tail pushing his way in. Some jaguars. Nice colony of jaguars. We've got 4 or 5. And over here are some Oscars. Bunch of plecos. The larger plecos we sell for fish ponds. They do real well in fish ponds. One more, well, I've got a couple, but there's one here. It's hard to see. I don't have any light back here. It's a koi pond with a few bigger oddballs in it. It's kind of hard to see them, and the reflection doesn't help. It's about a 400-gallon, I guess 500-gallon. There's a couple more big clown knives in here, a bunch of koi, some Oscars, a larger pacu. Just kind of an oddball collection. And then some turtles here, little painted turtles. There are 4 of them. They're about 8 to 10 inches. Nice little guys. Oscar that was getting beat up is recuperating in here. So just thought you might like to see some of our monsters. Just a quick walk through.